What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Power of I Am. I am Eric. I am all that is. I am love. I am perfection. I am always chosen. I am everyone's top priority. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Hey, members. Yes, back to back shit, because I got things on my mind. Whenever I got things on my mind, I'm just gonna post it in the members section. First, I just want to shout out someone. It's funny. It's like awareness is everything. I got 2 successes recently from people that I haven't spoken to in a while. Like, I last worked with them in October, September, right? It is now February, and they're reporting their success now with the person that they do have, and money, career, and all of these things. And this just goes to show you, they remained and they're now. Now, you guys gotta ask yourself, how would you have lasted that long? Right? There's no such thing as time. Your dream life, your desired reality is here right now. All you have to do is be aware of it. And if you are aware of it, you're not aware of time. You're not aware of space. You're not aware of deadlines. You're not aware of February 13. You're not aware of, I gotta do it by my vacation in March 27th. Oh, I gotta worry about this time and this time and this time. Because that wouldn't be in the awareness of the person already experiencing those things. And you guys have to understand, everything you're experiencing is happening right now in the now moment, whether it's in your mind or in the outside. Whether it's in your mind or in the outside. There's no separation unless you create it in awareness. And if you create it in awareness, your desired end is always separate from you. Now, these 2 individuals, what is it? Let's talk from the human aspect. October. And at that time, there was nothing. There was no movement, bro, So how many months is, well, I gotta do some math really quick. November, December, January, February. So 4 months ago? 4 months ago. And they stuck with it. Now, ask yourselves, could you have done that? Could you have stayed in your end? Could you have denied choose B? Could you be satisfied with giving it to yourself internally? Because you know the outside is not part of how reality works. It is the lowest point of how reality works, at the as above, so below vertical. You have everything right now, and since there is only now, you must go within to experience it now, to claim it now, to be aware of it right now, and be satisfied in that, and knowing that it is that right now, no matter how things appear, because the outside is just the past selections and consciousness from before. So if you know how it works, it's borderline insanity to go look for anything outside of you. If you know how it works, right? We basically look at life like we came here and just forgot our true nature. Like we everything was erased, right? And then we got programmed to believe like this physical plane is the actual. But if our true identity is actually the observer, the all that is, the consciousness, the divine mind, then it's not. Because we are never born and we never die. We're consciousness. So we use this vessel to experience ourselves from infinite perspectives, to experience the human emotion, to experience all these things. But then when we decide that our experience is the actual, then the actual stays put. And we can enjoy it, we can do this, but we should never identify with something we don't wish to experience. That's what the I am is. You need to function as awareness. You need to function as all that is. Because look what let's give an example. I talk to a lot of people, and you don't realize how much you're using your awareness, your imagination, your God state against you. Because you have to understand, and I'll say this all the fucking time, I don't care if this video sounds repetitive, listen up anyway. If reality is not changing, listen up anyway. All we have is now. And now look how you function in the 3D. Are you functioning as all that is? Because check this out. 2 seconds from now doesn't even exist. Hell, 2 seconds ago didn't exist. 1 second ago. It's just now. So a lot of you are wondering, oh, what's going to happen an hour from now? What's going to happen on Valentine's? I'm worrying about not having by this date. Right? Those things don't even exist. You are worried about things that don't exist. You are being aware of something that doesn't exist. You are being aware of something unseen. You are using your imagination to be aware of something that you can't see. Do you know what that is, guys? That's manifestation. Now, if it's something you don't want to experience, you're detached from it because you don't want it. You know what that is, guys? That's manifestation. When you're no longer emotionally attached to seeing the outside change. Because you're not changing anything anyway. You're selecting. So now, when you worry about, oh, it has to be by this time, you're saying, I am not. I am aware of being, I am not right fucking now. So you got to realize you're manifesting all fucking day long. You are aware of I am nots right fucking now. How many times in the day are you aware of I am nots? And how many times in the day are you being fucking worried, fearing, doubting? Now, if you're going to use your imagination, because you're doing it all the time, because all there is now, if all there is right now, you are basically using your imagination and being aware of the unseen all day long, because there's only now. So you're using your imagination to assume that this particular deadline that doesn't exist is going to go against you. Because if you're hoping, you're saying I don't have. If you're wanting, you're saying I don't have. If you're needing, you're saying I don't have. If it has to be by this date, you're saying I don't have, because you have it now. So why don't you worry about having it instead? Oh my God. Oh my God. I have this by Valentine's. I can't believe I have this by Valentine's. Do that instead. I can't believe I got that text by the 27th. I can't believe they're on that plane with me. I can't believe they're on that plane on that vacation. I can't believe it. It's amazing. But you guys won't. You guys don't do that. You guys don't do that. Even though that's not how you should do it. You just say it's yours now. But you're worried about something that doesn't even exist. And if it doesn't even exist, you're imagining. If it doesn't exist yet, you're imagining. You're being aware of the unseen. It does exist, but you can't see it. So you're selecting to see it by fearing, worrying, or doubting in the now moment as if it's true right now. That's why you manifest bullshit so easily. Look how many times you do that all day. Even for small tasks. I'm going to go to work and it's going to suck. How do you know it's going to suck? It doesn't even exist. So now you're manifesting it, work's going to suck. That's why I teach people to assume the best. Assume the best. Dictate things how they're going to go. Whether they happen or not, you say it anyway. But how do you know? Right? This is almost like, instead of the who told you, well, how do you know? It's like a little, it doesn't exist. Nothing exists. Internal exists. That's it. The outside, there's nothing there. You're never going to find the answer. You're never going to find the answer. You're never going to find the answer. You're looking in the wrong place. You're looking into the nothingness. You're looking into the darkness. You're looking into the fucking darkness. I can't stress this enough. If you're all that is, you're the source, you're the proof of all things. So that means everything can only exist by the perception and the meaning you give it. Including events that haven't even happened yet. Hell, the left turn I'm about to take doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Now, perspective. A lot of you are like, by this date, by this time, well, how do I do? Yeah, you could do anything. If you're in the knowing, if you say, this is going to happen right now, yeah, like in my bed tonight guy. All that, he decided, and technically it was in the morning, but perspective. If you're deciding that this is not going to happen, right? Now, how do you know? Look at the perspective here. How do you know? Especially if it's like March 3rd, my vacation. So you are automatically assuming you're saying I don't have. When, first of all, I would say don't worry about that. How do you know the next day, quote unquote day, the next second, the next now moment, something occurs and you receive something? Oh wow, it's happening this way. Like, there's no proof of anything. You're automatically assuming against yourself when you do this. Automatically assuming against yourself. Because if something doesn't exist and you're putting it separate from you, you're automatically assuming between now and the 40 perceived days that you need something to happen, which means it's not going to because you need it. Between those two dates, what is happening? Between those two dates, you're automatically assuming that I don't have between those dates. You're basically saying, hey God, nothing is happening between this very second and that perceived date in the future. So, of course, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Because that imaginal act alone of fear, worrying, and doubting that I don't have by fucking Valentine's Day implies that between now and Valentine's Day, nothing can happen for you. Because you just took that away from yourself. You don't know. Someone's like, oh, how am I going to pay this by this date? How do you know what's going to happen the next second? How do you know you're going to trip, fall, stub your toe, land on a fucking lottery ticket? Or how are you going to know that all of a sudden someone calls you up and is like, you know what? I want to pay this for you. And if you guys reject help, you're rejecting the awareness of receiving. So how do you know that? You don't know what's going to happen. That's why, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. Get out of the way. Stop going against yourself in every now moment. You're creating separation in every now moment by assuming it has to be done by this time, or assuming I'm not going to have it by this time. Because if you're hoping and needing it needs to be by this date, you're telling God what to do. It has to be this way. And then you're going to be so focused on the fact that you are not that I am, that nothing ever changes. You guys awake? You guys awake? I'm gonna see by the next live stream, by the type of questions asked, if you guys get what I'm saying. Well, how do you know? Well, how do you know? I love that visa story, girl. I love that story. Oh, my person I don't have is gonna break it off because I'm having troubles with the visa. And I said, stop worrying about fucking conditions and give it. You're with him now. You are with him now. She shifted to that awareness beautifully. I don't have to explain. A lot of you heard it already. And then it all unfolded in miraculous ways to where that visa was expedited just for her. Now they're together. She no longer worried about, it has to be by this date because SP said so. SP told me this. She disregarded the nothingness, the meaninglessness of the third dimension. Gave her the proof she needed that it's here now. Because everything is here now. So if you keep imagining separation, if you keep imagining I don't, and telling yourself I am not, or I do not have, why are you surprised you don't have it? Because all you have is now. Hope this made sense. Chef's kiss. All right, guys, I just wanted to come on here and just, this is like a, I was going to post this on the public side, but you know what? I love you guys. I love you guys. I wanted to give this to you guys. I'll probably mention it in a public, but you guys really think and let the perspective of what I'm telling you. You're worried about something that doesn't exist. And if it doesn't exist, you're imagining being aware of something unseen. Right? That's manifestation. And then since you're hoping, you're saying, I do not have. So you are imagining that you are not. And then you wonder, nothing has changed, bro. Of course not, because you imagined that. Right? Of course not. All right, guys. Catch you on the live. I'll post the update soon. Appreciate you. I know. Anyone wants to work with me that hasn't already, I can show you where your awareness is. Smack you in the face a few fucking times. Check out the store. But again, I know you guys are going to have a great day. I know you guys are having a great day. I know you guys are that I am that you say you are. And I know that you are not going to allow anything outside of you in the world of nothingness and meaninglessness to define you. But just in case, I'll assume it to be great anyway. And I'll assume that you are anyway.